And welcome everybody to another episode of Wrong Side Simulations, bringing the best content from the wrong side of the airplane, the right seat. And as always, my name is Blake and I am a real world flight dispatcher, aiming to bring you a little more context to your flight sim viewing experience. And today we're going to continue our little saga that ended horribly last night, where because of some issues with the FSUI PC and some hardware and whatnot, which has all been resolved. Let's just say that and watch as soon as we hit stream, probably we'll come back. Actually turned out what the issue was. I had one too many USB devices plugged in, and as soon as I unplugged my my PlayStation controller that controls my drone cam, then my throttle quadrant showed up. So that was the issue. So that has been unplugged. Anyways, yeah. So yesterday, because of the issues, it did not track our flight into Houston. So I reflew that afterwards once I got everything fixed, and so we're gonna kind of pick up from there. You know, we'll say we had a little mechanical issue last night with the airplane. The airplane was fixed overnight, and here we are getting ready to make that flight back to Dallas. So to kind of recap last night's flight. Now these are actually going to be two separate logs because a Pilot's Life reconnected once I restarted FSUI PC last night, but Fly the Line did not. And that's a little bit of a negative in my mind when I'm trying to choose between the two. But to kind of recap the flight, we did have some failures on the first time that I flew this, the one that we actually streamed. If y'all remember correctly, for those of y'all who were here, I forgot to turn my lights on until like final. So it got dinged for that, and then also says oversped 200 knots. That was more than likely because of the go-around. We accelerated straight up to 240 knots on the go, so I believe that's where it's getting that from. On the landing details, shows you, now I do like this a lot more than how Fly the Line shows it, because you can't really tell. It's kind of hard to tell, you know, if you touch down on the touchdown point or what. So when looking at, I don't think I can make this any. Oh, yeah, we go. Yeah, we can definitely make that bigger. So on last night's flight that we streamed, a touchdown just past the touchdown point. Negative 158 on the landing rate. No bounces. 1.14 on the G-force. Autopilot was off. All that good stuff. But I like this, how it overlays the satellite image, and you can see exactly where you touch down. Compared to the touchdown point. But when you look at Fly the Line, this is about as good as it gets. I do love this little crosswind windsock showing you kind of how the winds were. Makes more sense than putting it numerically like a Pilot's Life does. But yeah, it also tells you, you know, if you're within limits or not. But as far as seeing exactly where you touch down, you can't really tell. You don't really know where exactly that touchdown point is. There could be a displaced threshold here. Like, we don't really know. Now, I can tell you this. I put my wheels down on the fucking spot the second time I flew it. I mean, like, on the spot. But yet, it gives me 40%. And it even gave me a message. This bitch-ass Captain Barrett said, your landing today was okay, but I reckon you can do better. 40% is pretty average. Try and to aim for 50% to really nail it. Like that, I don't even know what the fuck that means. I guess 50% is like exactly halfway down the touchdown zone, but the touchdown point's not halfway down the touchdown zone. So you don't want to do that. So I don't really understand the context that this thing uses for the VAT, whatever the fuck that means. But yeah, so as far as the breakdown, I think it's going to look at predominantly all the same shit other than time. As we talked about last night, Fly the Line really focuses a lot on time. Pilot's Life, there is zero focus on time. So we were scheduled out at 11:50, and we pushed out at exactly 11:50. So nail on the head on that one. Target takeoff time, target landing time, on blocks time. We were scheduled in at 12:53, and we were actually in at 12:41. So it made up a little bit of time en route. These numbers do not seem to correlate with what is in SimBrief. We had 80 passengers last night, and it's telling us we carried 104. And then more cargo than, like, I didn't plan any cargo, but I'm sure it put some in on SimBrief. So I don't really know how much it looks at SimBrief in that regard. But on the second flight was a lot more, you know, when I'm not distracted talking to you guys, I can focus a lot more on the airplane. And so therefore we have no negatives. Everything looked good. Starting score of 60. No negative events plus positive events 20 equals an intermediate score of 80. Touchdown zone, we got 3 points for that, being 40%. Our sync rate was a little hard, negative 256, but we got 5 points. Okay, that was weird. Headset just like shut off, turn back on. On time departure, we're right on nail on the head on that one, and then on time arrival performance. So we got 5 points for that. So that kind of equates, because we didn't get that exact 50% on the touchdown zone, we didn't get a perfect score. Whereas on a pilot's life, as long as you just don't like miss anything and like egregiously kind of fuck up, like taxi over 30 knots or go over 260 knots on the initial climb, over 280 knots on the initial approach, like little things like that, just more standard operating procedure stuff, you'll get 100%. Seems to me like Fly the Line is a lot harder to get 100%. It gives you a little breakdown of your altitude and speed, gives you a breakdown of your takeoff. Airspeed was 161 knots, ground speed 163, bank angle 0, which is probably what you want. Heading of 177, pitch attitude was -8, da-da-da-da-da. I guess the main thing really with taking off is to ensure that you're within the limits of your crosswind and tailwind, which we were. Gives you a breakdown of your climb, cruise. Like, I don't really know what you're supposed to do with all this data. But yeah. Then your overall route. You can do a little playback, which is kind of cool. It starts from the moment you hit dispatch. And speed it up. Yeah, pretty standard stuff. So it's about that. We accrued 1 skill point. We accrued 0.10 holiday accrual. We got 10 days remaining of our sick. We earned $786 for that little 1 hour flight, and we have nothing in our savings. So there we go. So that's where we're at. Next we'll be flying our trip back to Dallas. Got pilot's life already set up, and then we'll just be ready to hit dispatch when we're ready to go. Before we get into the mix, let's jump in and give a warm greeting to everybody in the chat, and of course all of our channel members. That's going to be Callie Simmer, Marco, Image Seeker, Kyle Lewis, Captain Nate, AJJ, West Person, David Isaac, Justin, Mickey Mike, Deep Chimp, Captain Johnny Bravo, Rip Alvin O'Neill, Johan Jacobs, Captain Tango, AC, and Jet Kid. Huge shout out to all those guys. Thank y'all so much for the support. Also, huge shout out to all the new subscribers we got over the last couple days. Greatly appreciate the support for those of y'all who were enjoying the entertainment and care enough to hit that subscribe button. Anyways, over to the chat. Got my man AJJ's gonna be flying along in Say Intentions. And JJ, just make sure that you have, so that we see each other, because some things can conflict. So multiplayer, obviously you're gonna have live multiplayer proximity turned on and enable Skynet. And then what you need to do is go to traffic and turn your traffic density to off. If you have traffic density on and then multiplayer, like they cancel each other out. So that's what you want to make sure you got. I am parked at Alpha 12, which is where we parked last night, just in case you need to know. Other than that, I'll see you on the taxiway. Let's see. Mr. Zippy Sapple's in the house. Great to see you, Zippy. Oralos is in the house. Now, Oralos, what is YYJ? I'm not familiar with that. I bet I'll know it once you say it, but I'm not sure of that airport code. It's actually the SkyWest flight on E175. I don't love how Fly the Line includes regional carrier routes as well as mainline. I wish you could. It would be nice if you could do. I think you could do both. Here's why I say that. There's so many times, like in a pilot's life at least, that I've wanted to fly. Like I'm flying American, I'm flying the bus, I'm flying the 7-3, right? But I get that little inkling to fly a CRJ or an ERJ. There's so many good little airports I could fly to, but I can't without having to. I mean, I guess you could just fly the airplane and just fly its schedule, but you're not going to get all the cool little airports, right? If you're flying the American Airlines schedule versus like the SkyWest schedule. So I kind of wish you could do both. I wish you could identify as like you work for SkyWest, but I also wish those routes could be incorporated into mainline as well, so that you can kind of do both. That's just me. From Salt Lake City, sir. Just doing a flight with Marco testing new. Hey, there you go. What pedals did you get? Car guy. Good afternoon. Welcome, welcome. Great to see you back. Ah, that's right. That's what I got. And some good ones. Although I will say though, when one comes out with the Airbus ones, I'll be getting them. Igor, hello to you. Great to see you back. My man Zach's in the house. What's up, brother? Hey, I'm here, but getting ready to do a flight. Nice. Well, if you want to join, if you have Say Intentions, I don't think you do, but if you do, you can join myself and AJJ. We're going to fly together on Say Intentions and mosey our way on up to Dallas. Totally up to you, sir. Using the CRJ, did fight between the ERJ and CRJ, and unfortunately at the moment, CRJ is just a nicer machine to fly. E-Jet still has issues. I could see that. My big thing with the CRJ is that sound pack. That sound pack just cherry on top. David, what's up, man? All is good. All is good right now. But this time tomorrow, life will suck. I'll be back at work. Storms will be raging, and my life will be chaotic. Trying to keep the airline together. And by when I say me trying to keep the airline together, I really mean my team, because I ain't doing shit. I just approve commercial decisions, kind of keeping like a big watch on things, right? If I see something stupid happening or whatever, then I'll correct somebody, but definitely me keeping shit together. It's definitely my guys who are the experts in logistics. Going a little V1 mode today. Got a little iced coffee, although my woman didn't bring it. I made it myself. All right. Now, like I said, we got 3 legs today. Here's a look at our schedule for today. We've got leg number 2 of day 1, Houston to Dallas, and then day 2 schedule, Dallas, Corpus Christi, back to Dallas. Again, if you're not familiar with Fly the Line, it controls the time in the sim. So we'll see it once we hit dispatch. It's going to go to like probably some 7 something in the morning, and then we go to do our next leg. It's going to reset into a 0650 departure. Dude, I don't like these times. All of these fucking flights are, those are all morning flights. Okay, here we go, afternoon. Okay, just make sure there's some variation in the damn flight times. Alrighty. I did increase the min turn because that 15 minutes was not enough last night. So let's kill the music and let's get this flight going. Go dispatch, fly sim brief, 28 blocks off, and let's pick our airplane. I think our next 2 legs though will fly. Maybe we'll fly 321. Kind of mix it up a bit. We'll do some IAEs as well. All right. So let's get this thing going. And Zippy, if you can, man, if you can go into like a drone camera or something. Not Zippy. AJJ. If you can go to a drone cam or something like that and go to gate Alpha 12 and see if you see me. I just want to make sure we have that sorted out before we're like taxiing and all that kind of stuff. Do a quick little walk around, first flight of the day. Get that GPU plugged in. Tires look good. There's no power set to the airplane yet. Tires look good. Butthole looks good. Fan blades look good. Don't see any dents. Got all of our static wicks. It's looking nice, looking nice. Good in there, no bird's nests, no insects. Fan blades look good. Sweet. Hey, we want to do that? Alright, let's get that EFB set up, plugged in, get it charging. So I do think it's a little low. Yeah, it's 21%. Oh, hell. Let's see. Say intentions. Live multiplayer proximity. Enable Skynet. Traffic. Oh, the density is off. Oh, wow. Enable Copilot checklist. That'd be something kind of cool. Be like that other thing you were talking about last night, JJ. All right, I'm gonna restart my say intentions. In the meantime, let's get this going. Our DCDU suite. And then departure time is 1328Z. Alright, Skynet's connected. Traffic offline. Now let's see. Let's do a little test real quick. Hit that traffic. Set that to 5. Yeah, so that turns the X red. So can't do any traffic injection. So this should go back to a check mark. Yep. So I'd say traffic offline. T-Sizzle. Sound pack can make a 2 out of 10 plane to a 10 out of 10. 100%. Best case is the MD80 by Leonardo Software. That's 100% needs a sound pack on that airplane. I think the software can overall do better with pulling. I agree. Yeah, 100% agree. Yeah, having to go build an aircraft profile is kind of dumb, I think, especially when you have SimBrief profiles out there. JJ, I guess you can look again, see if you see me. I need Callie Simmer here. She's like the expert on this shit. So, I don't know. Refresh. I don't know why it's saying traffic's offline. Let's see. Quick Google. Let's see. Let's try. Take that off. Take that on. Got a green check mark. Yeah, so we should be able to see each other. Alright, we're just going to roll on. We'll see what happens. Alrighty, so that's doing that thing. Here we go. Overhead is set. Flight director's constraints, VORs, both sides. Coming down the center pedestal. Got VHF1 ready to go. We'll tune some shit here in a little bit. VHF2, crank that up. That's where my say intentions is at. Integral lighting. Everything else looks good there. Auto to right seat flying. Leave PA off, cabin on, VHF2, crank it up. Let's go 22.8 and the standby VHF2. And switch it over to VHF1. Alright, on the chart side, let's go ATSU, AOC menu, flight inits, initialize data request. Give that a sec. Let's run through our data on the FO side. IRS monitor. We are in nav with GPS primary. 2959 north and west 9521. Looks good. Looks good. Data AC status. That checks. Alright, back over to El Capitan side. Let's go ATC request, pre-departure clearance, and see if it'll actually give it to us this time. Alpha 12. I'm just going to put some shit in into the ADIS ID, and then KUXIU. I never did get a PDC yesterday. While we're waiting on that, weather request, KIH, METAR, send, another one for KDFW, and then also to turn that live weather back on, we need to hit that. Shit, I forgot to. God damn it. Well, the beautiful thing is, I can just do this. Cancel, yes. Dispatch. Apply sim brief. 319. Try again. There we go. Now that's restarted. Cheater, pumpkin eater. Still not giving us a fucking. I wonder if I need to like cycle say intentions in the Phoenix app. Anyways, receive messages, load sheets, don't care, it's prelim, don't care about that either. Alright, initialize request on the FO side. Six, seven driver, how's it going, my friend? Say intention's worth the subscription, you think? Oh man, I don't know. It's tough. Like beyond ATC, I like their payment structure better. Being that you like pay for the AI characters rather than just like a full-fledged subscription that's repeating every single month. Your money goes a lot further with Beyond ATC, and I believe they're trying to implement all the same features that Say Intentions has, but it doesn't have it yet, right? It doesn't have the multiplayer. It doesn't have the entourage where you can do things like, hey Taylor, just a quick departure brief. We are expecting to get out of here on time. It's going to be 44 minutes from wheels up to wheels down. We're going to be cruising at 28,000 feet. Got some good rides, good weather in between Houston and Dallas. Should be a pretty uneventful flight.
Understood, Captain. We are expecting a smooth flight. I'll ensure the cabin crew is ready for departure.
Stuff like that. You know, that stuff's kind of cool. You can also talk to your first officer. Just doesn't have as many features, but I think if you just purely want, okay, fool, you want traffic injection and you know, somewhat decent controlling ATC, then Beyond ATC is the way to go. If you want all the extra features, then probably Say Intentions. Alright, cost index, CI 55. We're going to be cruising at flight level 280, temperatures minus 26. Ground temp is 27. I can't even rely on that METAR over there because that's live and we're not in live weather. Did it change the time? It did. Okay, now it's back to live weather. Cool. So now we got perfect. Okay. 33. I keep mixing that up in my mind. Triple pause, 50,900 feet. Flight plan, Houston. Off 15 left as they always do. And then for the routing, Beltway 7, cryo transition, insert, DFW, arrival, planning on 17 center, hopefully they don't give us left. On the BRE 3, cryo transition, get rid of that via, flight plan, and we'll insert. Since we are GPS primary, we'll go ahead and take a look at our route. All that looks good. Alright, secondary copy active, and then back to secondary inits. KIAH, KIAH. This is for the engine fail. Depart off 15 left. With no SID. And then if we need to come back, what we're going to do is I want to land on 15 left because it's longer. Longest runway here, right? But there's no instrument approach. So I'm going to put in ILS 15 right, and then I can sidestep. Alright, environmental's coming back. Winds 100 at 5, gusting 15. Temperature is 33, 3007. Setting the altimeter. That's set. We'll use the men's on 15 right, 295. On the rad nav, we'll hard tune Houston VOR. Init. Uplink our winds. Clear that out. Back over to the OFP. And plan 0 fuel weight is, we'll just call it 119. Standard CG of 30. Taxi fuel 400. Route reserve 0. No alternate. I didn't even look at the forecast. So hopefully the weather's good. 45-minute reserves. And fuel planning. Box says we need at least 6.9, and we're planning at 11.1. Make it more restrictive. Lock that in. On the perf, let's go to landing perf. Bring up that Dallas METAR. And winds 110 at 9. 33 on the temp. And 3012 on the altimeter. On to 17 center. Men 762. Alright, all good there. And last but not least, 15 left for engine fail. I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to throw in a radius off 15 left. Let's do 5 miles. And then we'll also do an extended center line. Cool. Alright, so we're due out of here at what time? 13:28. Let's add 15 to that, so 28, 38. Let's just call it 13:45. How did that guy do that? Yeah, can't remember. I saw cool little videos, like some nifty little tips and tricks on Airbus McDo, and you could put in some shit, but I don't remember. I have to go look it up again. But you can put in like ETT, estimated takeoff time, and I can't remember how he did it. Maybe some of y'all know, but I can't remember. Alright, so we are cleared to DFW, Beltway 7 departure, maintain 3000. Departure frequencies on 19.7. And then squawk 1677. And expect 15 left. Perfect. Now, are these motherfuckers gonna board today or what? It's been doing this a lot lately where it takes forever to start boarding. It says boarding passengers now, but like there's a hot minute in between like when they finish fueling and boarding time. Hey Taylor, we're ready to start boarding. What's the holdup?
Boarding is currently in progress, Captain. We will be ready to depart shortly.
Tell GSX to get the move on.
Okay,
Wes,
I'll
what's up,
inform
dude?
GSX to move on.
Hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. This is why I canceled it a week ago, restarted, and did it again. I am contacting support once again. This time I'm asking for a refund because they could never help me the last time I had the issue. Hopefully they don't try to pin that on you and be like, yo, you knew of the issue and you still bought it anyways. I could see them trying to do that. I guess we'll see how much assholes they are. It says, it's like under my settings, got live multiplayer proximity. And it says here other live say intentions.ai pilots who are currently within radio range and talking on the same frequency. So maybe if we tune the same frequency, maybe we'll hear each other. So for shits and giggles, JJ, if you still have it up, let's tune 121. Let's see, make sure that it's picking the same ground freak as I am. Nope, it wasn't. Of course, it picks the ground frequency for the wrong runway that not taken off of. But 18,575. Tune that, and then let's see if we see each other. Tower 20.725. Alright, finally boarding. We're due out at 28, so we got some time. We're looking pretty. Yeah, I don't see nobody here. Oh wait, I see a United over there. JJ, what gate did you park at? One, 2, and 3. I see an airplane over there. Right there. I need charts, taxi, parking gates. Are you over at like Charlie 35? Yeah. Hey! I think maybe that's it. Maybe you gotta be on the same frequency or something. Alright, it's working for me at least. Hello. Where we at on the boarding process? 61. Let's go ahead and get that APU fired up. I don't know how early, like what is early where it negatively affects you on here. If any of y'all know, that'd be great. I've had the same issue. It's like you have to open the menu for it to start to board. Huh. Interesting. Well, from now on, hear the fueling done, I will open that menu. 3007 set. Welcome on board, bitches. So what's the temperature in this bitch? It's probably hot as hell. Condition. Ooh, God, it's almost 100 degrees inside this airplane. So we'll use the preconditioned air until we get our 3-minute timer for the APU bleed. So we'll code that, send it off. Starts cooling down a little bit. Hello. I'm gonna grab the little PA system. And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to American Airlines flight 2189, service to Dallas Fort Worth. My name is Blake, and I will be your first officer on today's flight. Expecting some good rides and some good weather in between Houston and Dallas. 44 minutes from wheels up to wheels down. We'll be cruising at 28,000 feet. Very happy to have you aboard with us. And as always, want to ask that you please give your undivided attention to the flight attendants during their safety demonstration. They're not just here for your comfort, but also for your safety. We also ask that even if the seatbelt sign is off, keep your seatbelt fastened when you are seated in the event of any unexpected turbulence. As always, I want to thank you for flying American. Greatly appreciate your patronage, and we'll talk to you once we get airborne. Bye-bye. Jason, what's up, my friend? Have to force board it by pressing board now. Interesting. Okay, Captain. So when I open the window, it already says boarding passengers now. So like GSX is in that process, but it's not. It's weird. I don't know if it's a GSX issue or maybe it's a Phoenix issue. Passengers are done boarding. I want to close the door. Let me close it. I'm gonna arm all these doors up. I can feel every step in the butt kicker. Immersion. Armed. You looking at a nudie bag, boy? Creepy motherfucker. Alright. 2:45 on the timer. On those last 15 seconds. In the meantime, let's put in our final numbers. 0POH's 119.0 with a 0POH CG of 29.2. God dang it, man, I can't type today. And then MACTO is 28.0. I like it. Now let's get our takeoff numbers. 15 left, dry, flap config, optimal force toga. Yes. Any ice off, packs on. Calculate. Flaps 1 up 0.7, no flex. Engine out acceleration, climb altitude 1600, 46, 46, and 50. We'll send that to McDo. Temperatures are coming down. So let's get the cabin fans on. Disconnect the ground power, or PCA. Bleed, come on, disconnect ground. And we got 13 minutes to departure, so it makes perfect timing for a little departure brief. And then we'll get ready to get out of here. All right. It's going to be a right seat takeoff. Aircraft type is 319 for tailstrike avoidance with no MELs, no CDLs. Short taxi, so we'll make it a 2-engine taxi over to 15 left. No hot spots and runways to cross. Weather's no factor other than the heat. Terrain's no factor. Standard board procedures. My decision to reject, complete stop, set the parking brake, call fine stations, analyze situation, call for any ECOM actions or emergency evacuation checklist as required. Above 80 knots. In the high-speed regime, we're on board for engine fire, engine fail, low level wind shear, or anything that makes us feel like the aircraft is unsafe for takeoff. At V1, if we pop an engine, we're going to go flying. Engine fail procedure, we'll fly runway heading. Engine out acceleration, climb altitude is 1600. We'll sort out the issue and we'll come back we'll shoot the instrument approach 15 right and sidestep to 15 left, so long as we're able to do so. If all goes as planned, we're going to fly the Beltway 7 up to 3000. Looking at this SID, it is an area departure, so likely depart on a heading and then get vectors to Dreamer. Departure frequency is 19.7. We're squawking 1677. Cool, cool, cool. Damn it. Alright, maintenance log and tail is on board and checked. Gear pins covers are removed. Seatbelt signs on. ADIRS, nav, fuel. We need about 11.1 here at the gate. We got 11.1 on board. Altimeters 3007 is set. EFB is checked. Cockpit prep is complete. Alright, let's go camera number 2. Get that beacon light on. Alright, before start, checklist. Windows, doors, and slides closed and armed. Beacon on. Thrust levers idle. Parking brake is on and transponder is on. Fort Worth ground, American 2189 at gate Charlie 12. Ready for pushback and engine start. My man, Captain Nate, what up, brother? But now my shit froze when I did radio check on the ground. 18. What the hell? That's weird, man. I haven't had any freezing issues whatsoever. Guys, we're at 13 viewers and 5 likes. Let's get those likes up, shall we? Otherwise, we're gonna change our takeoff to a flex takeoff. Hey, there we go. We got 6 now. Thank you, guys. Whoever is smashing the like button, greatly appreciate you. Helps the algorithm and all that good shit. Alright, so we're going to push at the 10-minute mark. Did it ever fucking say anything to me? Oh, it did. Pushback approved, tail south, American 2182 or 2189. $15 seconds. Yeah, I don't know if it's my system messing with it or what, but it sucks. $20. Yeah, dude, that does suck. If I'd have known that, then I told you not to do it. If you'd known that, you wouldn't have done it. Alright. There's 10 minutes. Brakes released. Clear to push. Nose to left. Better fucking turn my nose the other way. Be pissed, push me in the alley, and I gotta cut a 180. I'm sure it'll turn. Let's do another weather check. Those clouds look awful dark. Yeah, nothing really out there. Alright, let's roll number 1. I mean, I had the thought in my head, but I just thought it was the FS Labs 321 having issues with it. Because I read people had issues with it and say intentions. Interesting. I don't know if it makes any difference. I would doubt it would. But for me at least, in this, no, where is it? This settings. I've got say intentions AI listed in VHF2. I don't think that's going to do anything to you, but alright, brakes set, clear off headset, clear disconnect, be looking for the pin on the right side of the airplane. Good start on 1, let's roll number 2. Need chase plane for 24, please. Oh, by the way, speaking of Parallel 42, guys, they dropped an updated version of their Hogsback Ranch scenery, which is quite dope. So maybe late tonight, we'll do a little stream out of Hogsback Ranch, or in and out of Hogsback Ranch, do a little GA stuff. Let her know we got the signal. Shine the lights at her. Cool. Alright, after start, flow, engine mode selector normal, arm spoilers, reset rudder trim, flaps 1 up 0.7, and transponder to TA, and get the APU off. After start checklist, anti-ice off, yellow pump off, rudder trim 0, after start checklist is complete. Houston ground, American 2189, ready taxi 15 left.
American 2189, taxi to runway 15 left via November Charlie, Whiskey Whiskey.
November Charlie, Whiskey Whiskey to 15 left, American 2189. Alright, mini brief off 15 left, Beltway 7, first fix is Dreamer up to 3,000 feet. Gross weight's 130.0, flaps config 1 plus F, fuel 11.0, V1's 146, V2's 150. We'll get a flight controls check as soon as we straighten out here. Alright, brake check, pressure 0, flight controls, full up, full down, neutral, full left, full right, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. And then FO does his silently. Alright, taxi checklist, gross weight comparisons complete. Pitch trim 28.0%, CG set, V1 VRV2 flex, 46, 46, 50, no flex, flaps config 1 plus F. Flight controls are checked. ECAM memo is takeoff all green, ECAM status is checked. PWS on auto, TCAS code set TRA, cabin crews advised, mini brief is complete. Hello. Thank you. Flight attendants be seated for departure. Alright, lineup checklist, takeoff runway.
Crew take seats for departure.
Runway 15 left, full length confirmed inside and outside. Fuel min required is 9.7, and we've got 11.0 on board. Why are the ground textures? Shit. Engine mode selector, normal bleed packs are set. Lineup checklist is complete. There was something else I was about to do. I don't remember. Anyways, see, towers on 20.735. Sweet. And then departure 19.7. Houston Tower, American 2189, holding short, 15 left, ready for takeoff. A bit of a crosswind.
American 2189, Houston Tower, runway 15 left, wind 09 or 0, at 11, gusting 16, RNAV trimmer, cleared for takeoff.
RNAV trimmer, clear for takeoff, American 2189. Alright, clear on final. Clear down the runway. If the sounds get loud, I'll turn them down once I'm kind of stabilized in the air. Mantoga SRS auto thrust blue. Hey, knots are set. V1. Is it ready to gear up? Now, 400 direct drummer inserts. Departure American 2189. Acceleration climb, positive trend. And there's S-speed. Flaps 0 after takeoff checklist. Landing gears up, flaps retracted, APU is off. There's 3,000. Departure American 2189, climbing 2,600 for 3,000, direct Dreamer. Speed All-Star. I maintain 200, direct Dreamer, American 2189. Thrust climb, open climb. I maintain flight level 210, American 2189. 21 blue. Fucking windy. Alright, let's go autopilot 2. $10,000. We got a little bit of turbulence, a little bit of bouncing around. See, I maintain flight level 280, American 2189, 28 blue. I'm also going to go in here and clear this out. Bring y'all back up to El Cockpito. Actually, I guess that was cockpit, right? If you're looking at the flight controls, you're obviously in the cockpit. Rebooting my computer. Wait, missed Wes's. Let's see. There shouldn't be anything in Texas. It's hot as hell, right? That's what you would think. But at least here in Florida, heat index has been up between 105 and 115 for the past like week and a half, 2 weeks. And yet somehow severe thunderstorms still continue to develop. Despite all of the heat, you would think it would like be so hot it would dry out the atmosphere and like nothing could generate. Bro, we had thunderstorms for like 5 hours straight yesterday.
Contact Houston Center on 124.7.
24/7 American 2189. Houston Center American 2189 climbing through flight level 160 for flight level 280. 160 is not a flight level. 16,000. 3006 American 2189. Let's see. My man Micah, what's up, dude? Immediately stands up to use the restroom because I only care about myself. Nail on the head. Love it. How's it going, dude? Great to see you. How do you like the PU Air Korea? 2 thumbs up. The only thing I would change, I wish, maybe it's saying too much, but like some of these lights I kind of wish could be like 3-stage switches instead of just 2-stage. You know, and for stuff like, you know, your landing lights, nose light, you know, some of these that have 3 positions rather than just 2. That's really the only complaint that I have. For me, in this airplane particularly, for the nose light, I just have it set to off and take off. I kind of skip the taxi just because I don't have 3 positions. Same with the landing lights. But I was kind of smart with the nav and logo. I have mine set where I flip the nav switch on first, and that'll put it in position 1, and then I hit the logo switch, and that puts it into position 2. So there's like some creative ways, but you know, there's wonders that you can do with MobiFlight. So I highly suggest it, to be honest. Use it all the time now. You're not wrong. Those ground textures look, yeah. So I don't know if that airport is compatible with 2024 or not, but I don't always see that. I didn't see it yesterday. Do you have a full left seat as well? As far as like hardware goes, I don't. I just have I just got the McDo over there. But I was just telling Crystal like 2 days ago that I would like to build kind of a desktop 2-person sim, kind of like what we saw at Expo with the Wind Wing setup. They had like 2 Nextlevel racing seats, 2 sets of rotor pedals, and like little center pedestal and stuff. I would like to do something like that. In a perfect world, I would get 2 more of the monitor that I have, which is the Samsung Odyssey Arc 55-inch curved display. Would be quite dope. But I also don't know how that would actually do in front of 2 people, because that's perfect for like a single seat since it's curved. I'd probably have to go with flat panels. But anyways, eventually I want to get there. JJ says storming there now. Where is where are you at? Houston? I can't remember. I can't keep up with where everybody lives. Weather. Oh, I only have turbulence on. I don't. No, I don't. I do have weather radar. Sunlight / heat evaporates the water all over Florida, which causes the moist warm air to rise and condensate at a higher, cooler temperatures, thus thunderstorms. Yeah, and I kind of figured that's why, right? Like, no matter how hot it gets, for here, it's not going to be hot enough, being how, no matter where you're at in Florida, you're close to water, right? If you're in Dallas, you know, you're like 5-6 hours from the coast. And then 2 here, you mix that with the Atlantic and Gulf breeze effect, where you got both air masses meeting right over to lovely Orlando, Florida. Thunderstorms. Last night was pretty cool. There's a shit ton of weather. A lot of cloud lightning spanning across the entire sky. It was fucking beautiful. I just stood outside and like stared at the sky. It was all like happening right at dusk. So it was dope. And ladies and gentlemen from the cockpit, We are just a couple thousand feet away from our cruising altitude of 28,000 feet, anticipating good rides for the short period that we're going to be airborne. So seatbelt signs coming off. You're free to get up and move around the cabin, use the bathroom. We will be turning the seatbelt signs back on in about the next 15 minutes or so. So if you need to use the bathroom, feel free to do so. Do that and I will travel down and we can do some live streams. Fuck yeah, man. And that's what I told Crystal, like, all my friends here are friends that I've met through her, and they're all CrossFitters. That's the community, right? I'm like the rogue guy. Like, I don't do CrossFit. I'm the one friend that doesn't do CrossFit. So I told her, I was like, I need like I have a lot of my dispatchers love to flight sim. So like if I had a 2-person setup, like it'd be a fun way to hang out with some of my dispatchers and stuff, teach them some things, stuff that they can take back to the desk, all that kind of stuff. And then also, to your point, where like other times that, you know, my YouTube friends are in town or close, something like that, you know, could do a little multi-crew flying. So maybe after the wedding, I'll throw some money at it. I want WinWing to come on with them radio panels and rotor pedals. The little center thingy, I don't know if I'm gonna get that or not. It's got the gear lever and the auto brakes and stuff. We'll expect the B-3 arrival and descent in about 5 minutes. American 2189. Mach alt cruise. Let's see, bottom of the B-3. Cool, whatever. Bottom altitude 12,000. So I've been cleared for it. We'll just told to expect it. So we're not going to change the altitude yet. DFW did get 1.5 inches of rain over the weekend. We had a high of 91 in August. Felt so nice. That's sad. That's what feels nice. When is the wedding? It is October 17th, Jackson Hole, Wyoming. So when am I working this week? Micah, what you got going on either Monday or Tuesday of next week? If you have some free time, then maybe we can record that podcast. Yeah, I don't need it either. But then, like, when you look at that setup from, like, the WinWing's Expo setup, it does look nice. It's kind of like, adds a little more to the aesthetics. But really, like, what are you buying? You know, a few push buttons and a little gear lever, which in itself is probably just a push button too. I already have a gear lever that's the same as the Airbus. It locks. It's just not backlit. Monday free. Okay. Let's plan on doing that. Maybe like in the afternoon. 'Cause I work Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we're going to the beach. I'll get off pretty early in the morning, which means I'm not gonna get much sleep. So I'll probably get some sleep Monday. So if we want to do that Monday afternoon, would be dopage. Oh man, high of 78. That is nice. We don't have, so we have a photographer. She does offer videography. We did not opt for that. I think when Crystal looked at the price, it was like substantially more money. I actually was the one that brought it up. I was like, we should do a videographer. And then she was like, I don't think we need it. And I was like, you know what, you're right, we don't need it. Because we're not like the lovey-dovey fucking crying at the altar, like kind of shit. Like we're probably just gonna be there, just like standing there for the most part. Might smile, maybe. So I told her, it's like, you know, if we're not naturally like that, we probably don't want to be videoed looking like, hey, we're here. Yeah. Is it time to start drinking yet? But well, it was something we explored. I'm not 100% against it. When I see like some wedding videos, like they look kind of cool. But for how much more it was going to cost, and like we're trying to keep it, you know, somewhat on a budget, which decided not to pursue it then. That's what I'm saying. You don't need it. Buy what you need for sure. And, you know, it's always something I can add later on, right? Like we got the whole two-seater thing going on. We can add it later. Whoa, really? Been doing wedding videography since 2012. We have 20. Goodness, that's busy. And wedding season, I bet, is where most of it's at, right? Yeah, like we might smile. Like I said, we're not like when we go out in public, you may not even know that we're together. Like we don't really hold hands. We don't. It's mainly her fault. She's not the affectionate one. I used to be like the lovey-dovey, old-school, romantic, fucking. But she's kind of rigid, so no, I'm rigid. Our prices range from $1,500 to $2,500 depending on the package. You might be surprised what you can do. What sexy kind of capabilities do y'all have? That's the only other thing too that kind of. I brought up the idea of maybe doing like some drone videography, but we're right next to a national park. And I think we're in a national forest in the actual spot we're getting married at, so can't do drones, unfortunately. Jackie, what's up, man? Your kind of wedding. That's if there even is a wedding, right? Like I think if I ever became single again, I don't know if I would. I'd stay single for a while. Focus on my YouTube channel. $35.25 American 21.89. Fort Worth Center American 21.89 flight level 280. I would get the Scholarchy sim. What did she say? $35.25. Fort Worth Center American 21.89 flight level 280.
Captain, we have a situation in the cabin. A passenger accidentally damaged their seat while trying to adjust it. It seems they were a bit too forceful, and now the seat won't recline properly. I've spoken to the passenger and they are quite embarrassed about it. I recommend we assess the damage once we land, but I wanted to keep you informed.
Alright, Taylor, appreciate it. Yeah, tell the passenger not to worry, things happen, and we'll either have it written up or repaired once we land in Dallas.
Understood, Captain. I'll inform the passenger not to worry, and that we'll address the situation once we land in Dallas.
And also, since it's not safe for them to sit in that seat, as well as for the person behind them, relocate both of those passengers to some other seats for their safety.
Understood, Captain. I will relocate both passengers to other seats for their safety.
Yeah, you will. Fort Worth Center, American 21.89 would like to begin our descent.
American 2189, descend via Bree 3 into Dallas.
Descend via the Bree 3, American 21.89. But yeah, I'd get the Scholarchy sim, 2-person, the hell with the whole desktop. Like I would set up, I'd keep my desktop set up, but I would use it for like everything else, right? And then have the Scholarchy for the Airbus. Yeah, and just like have friends come over and fly and drink and grill out and like have a good time, do some traveling, fly some fucking cool places and shit. Speed descent. Ugh, the butt kicker. These engines, fucking dope. And ladies and gentlemen, from the cockpit, we have begun our initial descent into Dallas. Current weather in Dallas, 91 degrees. And scattered clouds around 5,000 feet. Expect smooth rides on the way down. And we'll be on the ground about the next 10-15 minutes. Flight attendants prepare cabin for arrival. "4K 60 FPS with drone." Damn. Shoot me the address and I can check. I have the gimbals, audio. Wow, that is that's some nifty shit. I don't even know if there honestly is an address. So where we're getting married at is called the Wedding Tree in Jackson, Wyoming. And I think you pretty much have to navigate based off lat longs. If you like Google map it, I don't think it even pulls it up. Well, shrink. Yeah. Pretty sure it's like somewhere up in this area. Not for certain. And Checkhead said, "I am not getting married again." Nope, not. Yeah, I don't blame you, man. Like, me and Crystal had at it Sunday. Fucking got sick of her damn nagging. So the night before, we were leaving a bar with some friends. Well, we had hung out with friends. Oh shit! Oh shit! Expect KDFW Gate Alpha 20X. I know who sent this. KDFW 213240. How's that even a... I'm gonna take a picture of that so I can... Received messages. Now, let's go to free text. KDFW 213 240. Surely that don't fit in there. Wow, it does. Where is that gate? Hello. Speed brakes. Yeah. On the north side. Cool. That'd be an easy part. That's funny. Probably should get set up for the arrival because we have not done that. Alright. 3010. Flight plan's already got the radius in there. Houston's clear that out. TTT. It's Maverick VOR. 160 at 7. 33. 3010. Fuel prediction, we got an hour of gas. And we're still set there. Oi! Very nice.
American 2189, contact Lone Star approach on 125.025.
25025, American 2189. Lone Star approach, American 2189 descending 1,500 on the BRE 3 arrival.
American 2189, Lone Star approach. Good morning, Dallas, altimeter 30.09er. Expect the ILS runway 17 center approach to Dallas.
Altimeter 3009, we'll expect the ILS 17 center Delta, or correction, American 2189. Thought I did already put that in, but I guess I didn't. Fix info KDFW 17 center. $356. Nice. But anyways, so we're leaving the bar, and I put in our home address into the navigation, and it was wanting me to go a different way than the way we came in. So I was trying to figure out exactly like what. Fuck no. Unable American 2189. Trying to figure out exactly what like exit out of the parking lot it wanted me to use. It's like, while I'm trying to figure that out, Chris is like, you rely too much on GPS. Your sense of direction sucks. I was like, shut the fuck up. I didn't say that, I'm thinking it. So then the next day, she was nagging at me again. She was like, oh, your car's like you really need window tint. Well, it's hot in here. Like, I feel like I'm burning. So then as we pull into Target, I spot a parking spot in the back under a tree with some shade. So I was like, I'll park in here, help keep the car cool. So as I'm gonna go park, so, man, why are you parking all the way back here? I don't want to walk that far, it's too hot. And so like, I just had enough. So I punch it, like a little quick little boom, and then a Tesla like that's put you in the seat, right? Yeah, why you do that? Yeah. I was like, I can't go 5 fucking feet without you talking some sort of fucking shit. And so she just shut up for like the whole day. Yeah. That's all I gotta do. Alright, 210. Alt star. Oh, it's different. Alright. Flaps 1, speed checks, flaps 1. I need to get lower. One star approach, American 2189, request lower.
American 2189, descend and maintain 1500 feet, altimeter 30.09er.
1,500 feet. This is to maintain 1,500 feet and altimeter 3009, American 2189. Well, going to do that. We're going to do 3,000, yeah. I'm not flying this whole fucking downwind. Lost your mind. It is in a national forest, so no drones are allowed unless approved, and the answer is almost always no. If it was a state park, it would be way easier. Yeah, I could imagine. So as not to disturb the wildlife, like cars and a bunch of noisy humans don't. Yeah, they don't even allow, like, can't have any kind of amplified music whatsoever. Like, if you wanted to have, you know, say somebody playing a guitar and a violin, they'd have to do it like acoustically. You can't put it through any kind of amplifier or nothing. Which I mean, our group's really small, so we could get away with that, but we couldn't find anybody that, like, we found one group or band and we listened to their music and, like, it was shit. Terrible. So we're like, nah, we're good. But also sucks we can't have any amplified music because there's one song that we kind of wanted to play, like, after we kiss and we're married, and we walk down the aisle, which there won't really be one. We'd have this song play called Mountain Time by Ian Munzik. But we can't. Unless, like, we just quickly, like, pull out a little JBL and hit play. Like, do it real quick. Boom, boo da 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 dum, diddle da dum. Annoys me, the stupid rate. Yeah, it definitely puts some restrictions out on it. Hello.
American 2189, turn right heading 015 vectors for the ILS runway 17 center approach.
Turn right. Girl, say what? Please repeat for American 2189.
American 2189, turn right heading 015 vectors for the ILS runway 17 center approach.
Wants me to turn right, I guess maybe to bleed some altitude. Right turn heading 015 for American 2189. Okay.
American 2189, 6 miles from Sing. Turn left heading 260, descend and maintain 3000 until established on the localizer.
Reset.
Cleared for the ILS runway 17 center approach.
Left turn heading 260, descend, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer. Cleared for the ILS runway 17 center approach. American 2189. Hopefully we're not too high. Nah, we should be good. And slowing down is going to be the next part. We had to go around last night because of speed. Last slope's live. Alright. Now I can look at my fat belly.
Frontier Flight 1324, direct inwood. Cleared for the ILS runway 17 left approach. Descend and maintain altitude 3000 until established. Down to 3000, cleared for the ILS runway 17 left approach.
Lokestar.
Frontier Flight 1324, contact Dallas Tower on 124.15. Over to Dallas Tower on 124.15, Frontier Flight 1324. American 1655, contact Dallas Tower on 124.15. Switching to Dallas Tower on 124.15, ops, American 1655.
Alt star. Let's bleed off some altitude, or speed rather. Flaps 2, speed checks, flaps 2.
American 2189, contact Dallas Tower on 124.15. Lone Star approach, American 2555, 9000. American 2555, radar contact.
Forward tower, American 2189, ILS 17 center. Alright, we got a dude at our 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Hopefully he's lining up on 17 left. I did hear them clear someone on 17 left.
American 2189, Dallas Tower, winds
TA,
160
my
at
controls.
7. Runway 17 center, cleared to land.
17 center, clear to land. American 2189. Traffic, my controls. Fort Worth traffic, American 2189, we have a traffic resolution.
American 2189, roger.
Fort Worth traffic, American 2189, would like to 360 and rejoin the localizer.
American 2189 approved. Make a 360 and rejoin the localizer for runway 17 center.
Left 360 approved, rejoin localizer 17 center, American 2189. Let's try that again. Lokestar. That dude just like straight up crossed paths with me. That's why if you're coming in from the east, you want to land on the east side of the airport. If you're coming in from the east and you land on the west side of the airport, unless the star has you go do different shit, you're going to have to cross the center line of other arriving traffic. Glass up star, Loke star. Good thing we're early. Well, that's Loke. I'm just glad we weren't like fully configured then either. DFW Tower, American 2189 reestablished, ILS 17 Center.
American 2189, roger.
Alright, 7 miles. We'll give it till 6, then we'll get fully configured. Nah, we're already at 1,600 feet. Alright, man of speed, gear down, arm spoilers. Flaps 3. Flaps full. Landing checklist. Cabin crews advise. Auto thrust speed. Auto brakes low. EQ landing all green. Landing checklist is complete. Yeah, not digging this. The attitude almost felt like it had no flaps out. Or lacking some flaps.
Minimum 100. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard, drive.
Spoilers, reverse green decel. 70. Start the timer. I have not perfected the flare with this BFU yet. Let me start flaring at like 50 feet instead of 30.
American 2189, welcome to Dallas. Contact ground on 121.65.
Dallas Tower, American 2555, established on the ILS Zulu runway 13 right.
American 2555, roger.
Fort Worth ground, American 2189, vacated runway 17 center, parking gate Alpha 20.
American 2189, Dallas ground, taxi to A20 via Mike 3, Mike 1, Echo Juliet, cross runway 17 right, at your discretion. Good day.
Taxi Alpha 20 via Mike 3, Mike 1, Echo Juliet, cross 17, right at my discretion, American 2189. There better not be anybody taking off then. All right. Clear on the left and right. Here is Echo Lima.
American 1973, give way to the United 737 on your right.
Alright, let's get it
Give way to the United 737,
cleared up,
American
cleaned up.
1973.
American 500, ready to taxi.
American 500, taxi to runway 18 left via Golf 6, Foxtrot Whiskey Hotel.
Alright, 3-minute cooldown's complete, so yellow electrical pump was on and shut down engine 2. Save some of that gasoline.
Forward ground, good morning, this is American 452 at the gate Alpha 14 with information uniform requesting pushback.
Bypass pin inserted. Just let me know when you're ready to start the pushback.
Again for American 452, we are hear you very low, very light. Yes sir, we have information, Oscar on board, we are ready to push back.
Alright, so once we park, we'll kind of watch the deplaning process and then recap, fly the line. And then we'll switch airplanes. We'll go to a 321 and
1766, ready for pushback.
hit our next 2 flights, Corpus Christi and back.
Cleared for push and start.
Alpha 20.
Pushback approved, American 1766.
UPS 5195 ready for pushback.
UPS 5195 cleared for push and start.
Pushback approved, UPS
Alright,
5195.
brake sets. Let them up. Shut them down. Oh, fuck. I forgot. Ground power and APU. Son of a bitch. Whoopsie daisy. Can I get my damn GPU, please? Thank you. Just big old whoopsie daisy, that's all.
taxi.
American 1766, taxi to runway 18 left via Echo Kilo Lima Zulu.
Shut your ass up. Alright, park checklist. Slides, disarmed, engines off, seatbelts off. Exterior lights are set. Ice protection's off. Fuel pump's off. Yellow pump is off. Chalk signal received. Parking brake is on. Yeah, we definitely got here a little early. We landed on 17 center. I find it odd that it can't detect what runway we landed on. That was firm as fuck. Negative 389. Alright, let's end the flight. We got no negatives. Wow. Can't believe that landing wasn't a negative. There's a nifty little contraption there. JJ says, so I don't know what happened, but when I reinstalled Say Intentions, it killed my system. Sounds and chimes. Having to uninstall audio drivers and reinstall. What the hell? Sounds. That's. Bro, what the fuck? I would not be trying it again. I hope you can at least just fix that part. That's nuts, dude. Alright. So, a Pilot's Life automatically submits it for you if you have that option selected. Let's bring it back up. It is currently loading. There we go. Alright, let's go to logbook. We're going to compare the two. And we got a 97 on that one as well. What the hell? Landing rate. That cost us 2 out of 5 points. And then on the taxiing, because I didn't have ground power, it killed the nav lights. So that cost us 1 point. Interesting. So you get, I think you get a lot more, you get graded on a lot more stuff, potentially, with a Pilot's Life. What I want to see. Alright, so we landed just shy of touchdown point. And then this says we used 40%. So that's interesting. Because yesterday when I landed on the touchdown point and it said 40%. But it's this time it was before the touchdown point and it's still saying 40%. I figured it would have said like 30%. But this gave me a landing rate of negative 390, whereas this one gave, where are you at? Sync rate at touchdown, negative 256. But in the summary, or somewhere it said it was a harder landing, I thought. No, it gave me a negative 256 on touchdown. And let's see, what did this give? A negative 390. So You might have better luck on your landing rates with Fly the Line. I guess there's that. So anyways, that's going to give us a starting score of 60. So we got 20 points for positives, no negatives. Intermediate score of 80, and then with everything else factored in, touchdown zone gives us 3 points. Landing rate, on-time departure, and on-time arrival gives us another 15 points. Total score of 98. So with that, let's see what this says. Inbox. Okay. Now let's go put some stuff in our house. Well, it still says I only have $786. Did I not get paid for that? I wonder when you get paid. The bedroom. I do want to buy a bed, so at least we can sleep. So we got $121 in our bank account, and it says plus $16 of income. What the fuck? I wonder what the pay rate per hour is on this thing. ChatGPT is talking me through it. I had it help me troubleshoot, so when Beyond ATC would try to load, it wouldn't load because it crashed while trying to detect default audio settings. Interesting. I've never used ChatGPT like that. Alright, this does not look like a mark. That is a chick with a guy's name. Mark, financial advisor. Your bank balance is looking a little on the low side these days. Try not to overspend or buy too many things. You might end up in the red. No shit, Sherlock. Thank you for, yeah, we're going to take both flight attendants and pilots off. Alright, so that's going to be, I'm going to use a pilot's life for today. In summary, I think you do get judged on a lot more stuff with a pilot's life, so if you're trying to really perfect getting every little thing down correctly, at least based off of what this thinks correct is, like landing lights at 10,000 feet, some carriers are going to do landing lights at 18,000, stuff like that. But in the Airbus, it's got to be 10,000 because of the speed restriction on the lights themselves. But I think you just kind of get a little bit more analytics from a pilot's life. And again, in this one, you're kind of striving to obtain the pilot's licenses or the aircraft licenses that you want and work for the airline that you want to work for. Whereas in Fly the Line, you're striving to furnish your apartment, which will then improve your quality of life. And that's about it. You can fly for whoever you want right off the bat. So I guess really depends on what you're looking for. If you want analytics and strive to work for a particular airline and work your way to that, pilot's life. If you're striving to, you know, kind of live a little bit more of like a Sims pilot type thing, then you're going to want Fly the Line. I think perfect harmony would really be if you could generate a schedule with one or the other and then inject that schedule into the other so that you can fly both parallel. So you get all the analytics, you get your Sims pilot kind of shit, and then you'd be happy. But the way things sit now, it would be 100%, 99.9% impossible to generate the same schedule in both programs. Alright, CF, what up, man? What's happening, dude? Happy Tuesday afternoon to you. Alright, let's get ready for our next little round trip, Dallas to Corpus Christi. So we're going to change our airplanes, and in the meantime, y'all take this time to go take a piss, take a shit, get a snack, you know, whatever your little heart desires, and we'll get the next leg rolling. No furniture will make my 4 a.m. wake up. Yeah. And that's one of the things that told me the first time I used this. It was like, you know, buy a bed so you're not sleeping on the floor. I just slept on the floor. But, alright. I will see y'all back here in just a sec. I'm going to throw on a little be right back. Alright guys, so check this shit out. It's still wanting me to fly Houston, Dallas. Yeah, we just flew it. Here it is right here. Sector 1, Dallas, Houston. Sector 2, Houston, Dallas. Something the fuck is up. I don't understand. How do I make this motherfucker go to the next day? Like it's telling me to dispatch Houston, Dallas, even though it's already green here that we've done it. It thinks I haven't flown it. What the fuck, dude? Did it think I was doing fucking Dallas, Houston again? So I have no way to make it go to day 2. And I can't take a holiday. I don't like this fucking program already. And you can't skip the fucking flight. Dude, why is the fucking front door going off over and over again? Who the fuck is this? I'm at my damn door. Well, I don't know what to fucking do about this. I'm not about to fly that fucking flight again. I have flown Dallas, Houston, Houston, Dallas. This would be the 4th time going into this round trip. Like I'm just flying it over and over again. The first time I flew it was when I first tried this out. You know what? Let's try this. Can we like generate some new routes? Okay, maybe that'll do it. Oh, you fucking twat waffle. It still has me on this shit. It just changed the rest of my schedule. Oh, you fucking bitch ass motherfucker. So really the only other way is to either fly the leg again, which I'm not fucking doing, or wipe everything clean and start over. I think I'll be sticking with a pilot's life. This fucking pisses me off. Let me go back to the fucking replay and see what I did. Just make sure I'm not the one being a damn dum-dum. It says right here, KIH, KDFW. Plastin brief. Try again. I wonder, did I not hit? I hit dispatch again after we changed the weather and stuff. I really want to know what happened. Yeah, right here's where I fuck it up. I was like, alright, you know what, we'll just restart it. And I'm not gonna be able to see it because of... Come on, thing. Maybe I never hit dispatch on the second time. I hate it so much that you can't fucking skip a flight. Real life, you can call out sick and shit. This guy awesome. What's up, man? Well, that's some dookie ass. Dookie ass shit, I tell you. Yeah. Some sexy IE engines. Well, unfortunate. I'm telling you, I'm not fucking flying that shit again. I am over that. What is this? Nah. Savannah is brutal, really. Let's take a look-see. Bro, who is this motherfucker still at my door? See what this guy left on my fucking... Oh yeah, got a severe seal. Woo, Nelly. For shits and giggles, let's go spawn at Savannah and see what the sim interprets the weather as. Low IFR, so you know that shit's some heavy rain. Can't even see where shit's at. $180. Let's do a little takeoff out of here, shall we? I gotta turn the sensitivity down on this thing. It's just picking up like every little movement. Any cars go by. Let's see if we can fly a circuit in this shit. FMGC. Okay. We'll fly a circuit and then we'll kill the stream. Oh yeah, winds are moving. Look at that windsock. This should be fun. Damn, we've only got an RNAV. It's gonna be higher mins. Alright, is stuff working yet? There we go. Cool. Alright, inits. KSAV/KSAV. RNAV. Let's call it 3,000 feet. Temp on the ground, 23. Trip pause doesn't matter. Savannah, departure, 19. No SID. Insert. Savannah, arrival. RNAV 19. No star. Approach via alright, we're going to take off. We'll make a left-hand turn, and then we'll rejoin at Whatna. Let's do Whatna. Insert that. Cool. Secondary, ain't got to worry about. We'll go ahead and copy the active anyways. RadNav. Savannah's in there. Knit. Mass and balance. We're super light. like stupid light, so let's go full packs, some cargo, and then shooting the approach with 10,000 is feasible. Apply and load. Instant. Thank you. Zero fuel weight's 156.4. CG 26.4. Route reserve 0. Alternate, we'll say none. Actually, yeah, we'll just say like maybe it's Charleston or something. So we'll do an alternate burn of 2.0. Final reserve 45. Ah, fucking knew it. Every fucking Tuesday, man. Why's her dad gotta spend the night every fucking Tuesday? So means we have to hurry this up. Where we at? Prop page. Don't. Yeah, we'll do it. KSAV. One 9. And then perf. Flap config, let's go optimum, force toga. Yes, setting ice off, packs on. Send that to make do. Did it not send? There we go. And then up 0.4. Now what the fuck? Now fucking throttle lever's not being detected. I hate fucking flight sim. I haven't plugged anything in for it to do this. No, it's still being recognized. Oh, I know why. I know why. I thought about this too as I loaded in. I was like, I'm going to have to change this stuff. Let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Got same intentions to stop freezing. But now when I talk to Copilot or cabin, it processes what I say and doesn't respond. Try putting say intentions, type in like in the EFB under settings in the Phoenix, type in say intentions AI, and then in that audio control panel, go to the panel and make sure it's turned on, and then turn the volume all the way up. See if that helps. What the fuck? I hate this. Good God, man. You gotta wait 10 seconds between each fucking profile until Sim Update 3 comes out. Then let's go up to this one. Okay, should be good. There we go. Flight control 0.4. Let's record this. This is gonna be gnarly. They're gonna open the ramp back up soon, so if you don't hear from me, that's why. Understood, man. Send to tell me to revert back to Sim Update 2. Yeah, I could see that. Told them I would just cancel. Had performance issues. Sim Update 2. Interesting. Titus, what flight are you doing? Well, we were going to be doing Dallas, Corpus Christi, and back after our first leg, but stupid fly the line shit didn't track whenever I flew. Probably was a user error, to be honest, but I'm not flying that leg again. This will be my 4th fucking time flying it. So now we're just going to take off from here in Savannah with live weather. We've got some thunderstorms overhead, and try to land and see how that goes. Claiming it's a sim update. It might be. I think fly the line. I can't remember if it's fly the line or say intentions. They had said the same thing. Like I've heard that. All right, brakes on. Parking brakes released. Here we go. It's gonna be toga takeoff for wind shear. Nice, our set 100. V1. Rotate. Watch for that tail strike. Make sure we don't strike butt. Positive rate. Gear up. Woo. We're getting kicked around. Try to stay coordinated. Acceleration, climb altitude. Max continuous thrust for a hot minute till we kind of climb out of this shit. Flaps 1. Flap 0. Open climb. Thrust climb. Heading. Autopilot. We might need to make a right turn. So we'll join at Zufto instead. Speed alt star. Man, look, you can see the weather as it corresponds on the weather radar. Weather may not be that much better on the right side. Eesh. That sucks. There's really no way to get back to the airport other than to land with a massive ass tailwind. Probably get pelted with some hail. We'll try to shoot through that little thin spot there, so at least the effects won't last as long. Oh God, we got purple. Jesus. Oh my shit. Uh-oh. Weather channel notification: lightning has struck 14 miles from your position. Make sure it knows where I'm actually at. I'm gonna try to avoid some of that pink. In real life, I think you can go into green and yellow, but you cannot go into red or purple. I think purple is actually turbulence. Try to pick through some of this stuff as best as we can. Try to do this kind of realistic. So what we really need to do is zig this way, shoot this gap, and rejoin over here. You gonna fly anywhere else? I can move sceneries into community folder while the sim is shut down. No, man, I don't think so. Crystal's dad is apparently spending the night tonight. And the guest bathroom is pretty yuck. I need to go clean it. So I'm gonna land this airplane and then go do that. I hate that you had to go through all that shit though, just to try to fly with. Oh yeah, look at that wing bouncing. We're catching some turbs. I really don't feel like going all the way here, here, and around. So I think we're gonna cut through this little. That should look good. There we go. Pop out of it. Love that. Love how it kind of corresponds with the radar. Alright, so now we just need to get on the other side of this and then swing around and catch up with Zuto. I might even do Sutme. Sounds dirty. I'm gonna pass under this stuff. Maybe next time it will be good to go. Hopefully. Hell, just for your sake. Just being able to fly in general. Hope it's good to go. Got a little rainbow over there. God. Man, I know it's not like super uber duper accurate weather radar as far as like elevation and all that stuff, but I think it adds so much more to be able to do shit like this, to pick our way through stuff. This weather must be moving fast as fuck. Like now, everything that just had a gap is now engulfed in weather. Yeah, this stuff's moving really quick. So what we'll try to do is try to stay in this little gap, get lined up, sut me, and then hit sut me. It just keeps filling in. I wish this thing had like actual wind shear detection too. That weather's almost off of sut me now. Alright, winds calm. Kinda call bullshit on that. 2.5 statute miles, light rain, thunderstorms, mist, scattered 22 CBs, broken 9,000, overcast 13,000, temperature 22, altimeter 3015. Minimum for this approach. Let's do LPV. Airline modifiable, FLS, nav in the go. Omni approach, halt star, slow it down. Let's see, peak winds 240 at 52 knots. That was at 2113Z. That was a while back. Wind shift. Occasional lightning. In cloud of ground. Yeah, basically surrounded. Alright. Let's see how this goes. Let's go flaps 2. So LPV will give us minimums of 313, or correction, 312. I don't know why it's saying turn the signs on. Just turn the signs on. Maybe we should set the time to 21:13 when it was the worst that it was. And we'll go back to live. Yeah, that weather's worse. Alright. Man to speed. Gear down. Arm spoilers. Flaps 3. Flaps full. Let's approach altitude 2500 set. Alright guys, what y'all think? Think we're gonna make it in? Got our alternate routing put in case we need to divert.
1,000.
Yeah, this stuff's nasty. 1,000 stable. A little bit of a tailwind now. Oh, I hear thunder outside for real. 500. Hundred above. Runway environment. Okay, and runway.
Flight slow. 40, 30, 20. Retard. Retard.
Manual brakes. Well, that little weather update kind of sucked. I was about ready to go around. That thunder's getting it outside. Can y'all hear that thunder? Like through my microphone? Kill that. Let's get everything back out and do the replay. Then we'll wind the time back a bit too. Man, I need to feed my dogs and let them out. Is this shit coming or what? Here we go. Nice. That kind of looked good, I'm not gonna lie. Especially that livery. Oh yeah, airplane's getting bumped around side to side. And now you can't see shit. Here we go, trucking down the runway. We just need like the visual effects of all the spray coming off the runway and stuff. Damn, that thing is kicking around a lot. Should see that airplane bout out of them clouds. Sometime today. I don't want to fast forward because then as soon as we do, it's going to be right there. Where you at? There it is. Boom. Now let's see if we can't refly that with this weather. Though we're not going to have any kind of guidance. Alright, we're gonna try our best. Well, hi. Oh, and runway to the left. Hee hee. 9 knot quartering tailwind. Shucks.
30, 20, retard.
Goodness. That is surely some death. Last one. Let's go weather and let's make it a nice pretty day. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Too low terrain.
Gonna shoot a straight visual. And I'm about to jump off before power goes out. And we're frozen. Come on, motherfucker. That's just straight up froze. I figured it might be to load in some scenery or something, but this is an awful long one. Give it 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, well, it was fun. Maybe it's the weather. We'll just blame it on the weather. But if y'all can't hear it, got a lot of thunderstorms like right outside my door. But anyways, for those of y'all who joined in today, greatly appreciate y'all coming to hang out. Hope you got a little bit of a taste of Fly the Line versus a pilot's life. I'm kind of in favor of a pilot's life. There are features of each one that I like. I wish you could combine both of them. But pilot's life seems to be the most seamless, easy, and I don't know, for me, I think I would rather pursue aircraft licenses and the airline I want to fly for over furnishing an apartment and quality of life in a sim type world. So, sorry I didn't get to land this last landing, but nonetheless, it was a great time. I do start my 4 days of work tomorrow, so not sure when the next time I'm going to be back on. But whenever that is, can't wait for it. As always, guys, be good at it. Keep it on the wrong side. I'll see y'all on the next one. And until then, have a great week. Peace.